So while Birmingham City managed just a point against Newcastle, Portsmouth, who didn't know it at the time, but 3 points at Wigan Athletic, and they would survive. After defeat last Monday at Fulham, Wigan needed a positive finish at the JJB Stadium and to end a disappointing run of just 1 win in their last 6 matches. Pedro Mendes has been typical of the Portsmouth revival. He's scored crucial goals at just the right time. Andres D'Alessandro playing on the left of midfield would also be vital alongside Mendes. For Wigan, Jimmy Bullard was left out after agreeing a deal to move to Fulham for next season. Kavanagh and Francis filling the gap in midfield. Portsmouth was still without Loire. Loire is to have a scan on his injured foot, but Todorov has been leading the line brilliantly in recent games. Victory for Paul Jewell and Wigan in their final home match would crown a wonderful first season in the top flight. But Harry Redknapp would have other ideas as he looked to continue his great escape act that's seen Pompey lose just 1 game in 8. Rob Hawthorne and Brian Marwood were at the JJB Stadium.
Brisk throw-in. Alessandro's liable to flick from one side to the other, and Todorov got underneath it.
Well, this is brilliant play from D'Alessandro. A massive chance that really should have ended up in the back of the net.
Has managed to ride Stefanovic's challenge, and he's played a beautiful ball through. Henri Camara, good save.
Needed to go far post, Rob. That was a fantastic ball from Kavanagh. But this is where it has to go far post. He goes near, and it's a comfortable save because Carly's got his angles right.
Thompson, Jason Roberts. Taking on Primus.
Great defending from Limbo Primus.
Thompson's corner, a disappointment, cleared by the first man, Benjani, but he'll get a second bite at the cherry here, Thompson. Oh, and it's fallen to Camara!
Well, it's a pure, simplest of opportunities for Henri Camara. Well, this is a good header from Jackson, and look at that, they don't deal with it, do they? Stefanovic has really got to try and get across Matt Jackson when the ball comes in from Thompson. That doesn't happen. And Carly just makes a pure reactionary save that falls kindly at the feet of Henri Camara.
In sticking tight there to Todorov. This is D'Alessandro. Rolls it into Benjani's path. Oh, what a chance! Has he missed? What an opening for Todorov.
Well, he's had some good chances so far, and that's certainly the best of them all. Benjani does brilliantly down this right-hand side.
Here's O'Neill. Stefanovic. Todorov. Taylor! Oh, it's off the post! He's done it! Benjani has got his first goal for the club. He's waited so long, and he could not have picked a better moment at which to strike.
Whether it's a great strike from 30 yards or some sort of scrappy effort that we've just seen here, it still counts. And how precious and priceless is this goal going to prove in the final shake-up?
Brisk, 3 ahead of him. O'Neill, he's tried to play in Todorov, and Pollitt hasn't made it. Benjani's free if he can find him. Was that a hand? It was. It's a penalty, and it's going to be a card as well. It's going to be a red card. Teal is off.
I have a great deal of sympathy there for Gary Teal. It clearly hit his arm. No denying the fact that that is definitely a penalty. Was it a sending off? I don't think so.
This is what you call a pressure kick, but Taylor scores it! It could be the difference between survival and relegation. It could, on this very day, ensure Portsmouth survive. It is all over. Portsmouth are staying in the Premiership. Harry Houdini has done it. He's pulled off the great escape act, and Birmingham's failure to win against Newcastle sends them down, and West Brom go with them. They say that you should never go back, and Harry Redknapp's move from Portsmouth to Southampton and then back to Portsmouth was especially controversial. But just look how it's worked out now. Clever business in the January transfer window, and his team have stayed up. He has rescued what seemed, when he rejoined the club, a lost cause.
It's been difficult, you know. When I left here first time round, it was difficult. It's been well documented. We had a fallout, me and Milan, but we got back together, and I think he showed a lot of character bringing me back. I think he felt the club was doomed this year. He took a gamble with me, asked me to come back. I'm delighted I did. I'm delighted to be friends with him again as well, which is important to me. And I'm just so pleased for the fans. It's their club and they love their football club, and I've managed to keep them in the Premier League, and I'm delighted.